Triple Whistle, the only podcast that talks about Genoa Cricket and Football Club in English. Powered by Genuani Siresta, our guests every week will comment the game performances, players, ratings, tops and flops here at Triple Whistle. Welcome everyone to Triple Whistle for the first episode of our podcast. Today we're going to talk about the game that just finished against Atalanta. We played an away game in Bergamo, finished 0-0. Genoa delivered a very, very convincing performance, mostly in the first half, where basically for the first 20 minutes, Atalanta really couldn't understand what to do with the ball. Blessings, judging pressing, delivered by Pablo Galdamesh, Portanova, Nadim Amiri, Frendrup, and all of the 11 really created situations where the ball was really difficult and really hot to manage for Atalanta's players. And as soon as we were getting into possession, we were ready to deliver balls in the box for Yeboah or for the midfielders such as Melegoni and Portanova. They were trying to get in the box to attempt a score. Slowly, Atalanta, also due to the fact that they are a way stronger side, managed to gain a bit of the possession of the ball, but they really couldn't find a way to break our defense and to give anything to do to Sirigu, to be honest. So a really convincing first half. Going into the second half, they've started a bit stronger. They attempted the pressing and they attempted to push a little bit more on the left wing with the entrance of Jeremy Boga, but we managed to get a hold of the ball and of the midfield, creating as well some chances. In the last 20 minutes of the game, it's been actually really interesting to watch both teams playing, because the game could have finished with any score. 0-0, 1-1, 1-0 for Atalanta, 1-0 for Genoa. The clearest chances of the game were for Genoa. Mattia Destro at the 70th minute and Morten Frendrup shortly after, for really like a matter of centimeters. They didn't score the goal, and that would have been an incredibly important goal for Genoa. But overall, the feeling and the vibe of the fans, of the 1,000 fans that went to Bergamo to see the game, it's been really positive. Above all, I would like to say that players such as Frendrup, Vasquez, Melegoni and Amiri really played a very good game. We have to consider the fact that Morten Frendrup played in a role that wasn't his. He plays as a right wing due to the absence of FT, and it was his very first game in Serie A. Frendrup played a fantastic game, managing to cover well the position in defense, and he was always available to receive the ball when we were starting to propose some offensive football. So the man of the match for me is Frendrup. Really impressed by the young chap. I can't wait to see him playing in the midfield where he usually plays. I really like the performance of Amiri as well, even though you can say that he's not fit to play 90 minutes. He's not the fittest, I would say, but you can tell he knows what to do with the ball. You can tell he knows what to create, and he's the classic kind of player that in any minute of the game, with any sort of ball delivered to him, he can create something, which is something that Genoa lacks since a lot of time. Melegoni was really well as well, way more convincing compared to other performances that he did. I would say that he managed to get a bit more involved into the ball possessions. He managed to shoot a couple of times on target as well, and he had a really positive attitude. So the last one of the positive players is Vasquez. Jones Vasquez is not new to this kind of performances, but basically from his side, no danger arrived in the box of Genoa. On our left, every single attempt of Atalanta has been stopped by him. Then, if we have to talk about negatives, and there are a couple of negatives, I would say that the team is capable of delivering this kind of performances without being able to score. Mattia Desto's chance, I think, is emblematic to explain the difficulties of Genoa to score goals. I really didn't like personally the performance of Portanova. Don't get me wrong, he runs a lot. He's really energized, and he presses and he fights for the ball. But it's really chaotic and really imprecise when you basically have to give him a ball to deliver. So not really good with the ball on his feet, not really good in attacking. Really good in terms of quantity of play, of pressing, of trying to chase the opponents. So we are facing now a really challenging game on Friday against Torino. We're going to talk about it again. Surely we can say that this draw really energized the team, really energized the fans. And if we had really little hopes to stay in Serie A, we still have really little hopes, but a little bit more because playing in Bergamo against Atalanta with 9 players out for injury is something, to play like this, to play in this way, is something really unbelievable. I really like the approach of Blessin in the press room. He was really happy, and he basically mentioned the fact that he's really proud of the players, he's really proud of the performance, and he's convinced that with this sort of game and with this sort of intensity, soon we will win a game. The fight for Serie A is still open. Anything could happen. Genoa is a side that shown today against Inter Milan as well that he can go and take points everywhere, and we'll finally have a team to be proud of, I would say. So let's see what happens. 9 games to go. Everything is open. Everything is on the table. But we're going to talk about it on our next episode. Have a very good evening, Grifoni, and see you soon. You've listened to Triple Whistle, the after-game podcast of Genoa Si Resta. See you next week.